as we are setting up our predictions. Place your bets in the chat, people, because we are in our grand finals. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, hailing from the land of Peru, living in Italia. We have the purple Zerg player. It is Ryu. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have someone who's having a bit of an identity crisis, changing IDs, switching to a brand new ID. We'll see if it sticks. Representing Amantes de StarCraft, it is the Brazilian Protoss. It is Impact. Looking to make a splash on the scene, looking to rebrand and hopefully use that to, you know, kind of revitalize himself and look at the game in maybe a bit of a new light. Yeah, he's honestly been doing really well so far. He did not have an easy road here whatsoever. He took down the Zerg Lord, he took down Paco Mike, he took down Jim Rising. It was the harder half of the bracket, I'll be honest. And Impact was able to just swat everyone away. Oh my god. He was looking so good, but now he's up against a player who I consistently say has the best ZvP in the region. Ryu, oof, he's one of the best against Protoss. I would even argue better than Cham. But you know what? I also haven't seen Cham's ZvP in a while, so we'll see. I should say late game. When it comes to late game, Ryu, he looks so damn good with his Hydrolurker Viper, with his Infestor Brood Lord Viper, with Corruptors, I should say as well. He can look amazing, but we'll see if we get there. Something important to note is that Impact has been playing a lot with the new hero style of Stalker Oracle. Stalker Oracle has been the name of the game for Impact this entire night. He's been mixing in some adepts as well. But a lot of the Zerg players here have been struggling. Jim Rising specifically, like Jim Rising, he just it was not pretty. He just kind of flopped around a little bit and he just kind of fell flat. It was not a pretty sight, And because it's a new style, I have to wonder how Ryu feels about it. How is he looking against Stalker Oracle? Like, I want to believe that Ryu has it down and he's well aware of the style, but it is new and a lot of people haven't really played too much against it. So we'll see what Ryu's answer will be. So far, we do have a Stargate opener. Again, this should be for the Oracle. We'll see what Impact decides to go for when it comes to his starting units. Stargate does finish up, and we are going to be seeing the Void Ray first. Oh, not Oracle. Okay, so Impact is switching things up here. With the Void Ray, he can deny all this vision. I do think that he's not going to go Stalkers because there's no reason to get a Void Ray if you're making Stalkers, right? You already have your anti-air to clear up the Overlords. This is looking to be a transition into Twilight Council, into Adepts. Oh boy. We'll see here. Meanwhile, Ryu is still in the dark. He was able to dip in earlier. He confirmed the opener as well as the starting unit, so he knows that a Void Ray is going to be coming out. Queens are getting in position. We should be seeing some spores as well to make sure the Void Ray doesn't do too much. And with the Scouting Ling, he dips on in and he confirms the timing of the third base. So very nicely done here by Ryu. He also keeps his Overlord safe and sound. He dipped in earlier and now he just heads on towards the top left hand side corner of the map. He wants to keep this Overlord alive long enough for Overlord speed to finish so he can dive on in. Meanwhile, Impact, going old school, doesn't throw down a Twilight Council, which I thought he was going to do, by the way. He goes for a second Stargate. Crazy, mate. Oh my god, second Stargate on the way for Sky Toss. A very old style, very 2020 of him. But with Overlord speed, Ryu, he's gonna just dive into the main base and he is going to see everything. Unfortunately, the Void Ray, exclamation mark, Funada the Void Ray was out of position at the same time. The Oracle gets in across the map. Ooh, gets 4 drone kills and not bad damage whatsoever. But what's important is that the second Stargate was scouted. Ryu is now fully aware of the double Stargate Void Ray. Meanwhile, back at home, Lair is on the way. It was already on the way. Ryu did go for a safety Roach Warren, but again, it is a safety Roach Warren. It doesn't really have too much to do here. Ryu is going to be, I imagine, looking to go into either Hydras or Spire. Regardless, we need some form of anti-air. The Void Rays do reveal themselves that they're going to be able to clean up some of this creep. Queens are going to be strong enough to push all of this back. And what's interesting is that we don't have too many Void Rays coming out. 4 in total, soon to be 4 in total, I guess 5. But behind this, Impact is rounding out his army. He's going for charge. Oh my. Oh my god. This is why I love Ryu so much. It's like, oh my god, he's going for a different form of tech, and then Ryu just dives on in with an Overseer and he sees everything. He confirms that the second Stargate is no longer producing anything. He confirms the Forge, the Twilight Council, all of the research as well. Ryu, he just knows, mate. He just knows. And now to defend anyway, all that Ryu needs are Roaches and Queens. This is to defend. If he wants to be a little bit more aggressive, he will have to invest into a Hydra Den, into Lurkers, and I imagine that's kind of the direction that he wants to eventually go in. There it is, Hydra Den is thrown down. Quickly checking the vision of the Oracle. The Oracle does see the Hydra Den. So Impact is well aware of that tech. So we're going to be seeing Void Ray Archon Charge Lord against Roach Hydra Lurker. Not bad, not bad. Ryu does want to hit a timing maybe a little bit earlier. What's important is that I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sure, we have a Hydra Den, but we don't have a Lurker Den yet. He's actually moving out with everything he has. Oh my god. I kind of love this. Like, so, okay. Impact, he scattered the Hydra Den. So I'm sure he assumes that he has time. He's like, oh, okay, Ryu is just going to drone up. He's just going to tech up as well. I'm going to be free to just focus on my economy. So he gets a 4th base. It makes sense. But Ryu, he goes for a Queen Walk instead. Oh my god, the deception is real. The Zealots are going to be cleaned up one after the other. Void Rays are going to do what they can, but the Queen transfuse. Ooh, they missed the first transfuse. We need transfuses, Puppy. We need to stay alive. The Biles connect with the Void Rays. If it wasn't for the Biles, I do think the Void Rays would have been able to come out on top. GG gets called, and Ryu takes the first game. Oh my god. Goes for the Hydra Den, doesn't even make a single Hydra. Deceives his opponent, goes for the Queen Walk. Ugh. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, Ryu takes the lead in this series. Ugh. I'm so proud. Hashtag no bias, mate. Oh boy. And with that, we're going to be getting into our second game here. Oh, I do have to remind the players though. Oh, yep, we are going to be remaking the lobby. Oh, as we are getting ready for game number 2, and it looks like the game is going to be on Berlingrad, potentially. Oh, as I do have to catch up in the chat. Yo, shout out to Yoda I did notice him as well. Yoda is in the chat. It's great to see that some people do recognize him. Lord Logan, of course, has been a while. Has been here a viewer for a long time, and it's been a while since Yoda's been on. I do remember, fun fact, we were supposed to have Yoda on last year for Desafiantes Winter, but Desafiantes Winter never happened for 2021. We had summer, we had fall, and I was gonna have Yoda to cast, but it just never came to fruition. For those wondering, La Espida didn't end up running Desafiantes. I think it was either Desafiantes or some other Latin American tournament, but I remember asking Yoda to cast, and then the tournament never happened, so plans fell through. It's like, never mind, you know, we don't have anything. So it was a little bit sad. It was a little bit sad. One day, papi, one day. But here we go. We are loading into game number 2 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE. We have the Brazilian Protoss player himself representing Amantes de StarCraft. He is red. It is Impact. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Peruvian Zerg player himself representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Ryu. And thank you so much, Lord Logan, for gifting a sub to For Sure's in the chat. 1 year anniversary. Thank you, Lord Logan. Thank you so much. Hold on. Where's my cam? Where's my cam? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lord Logan, for gifting the sub. We always appreciate it. My god, 651 subs gifted to the channel. Ay. That's a lot of subs. Thank you, Lord Logan, the #1 supporter of the channel. We appreciate it, and I'm sure For Sure's appreciates it as well. Oh. Hashtag proud papi. Yes, papi, yes. Oh god, also shout out to Babylings in the chat. I see them as well. Solo casting, yes, unfortunately solo casting today. Darking usually runs this tournament, but unfortunately Darking is busy with work. If you don't know, Darking actually works for Twitch, and he does have to implement like some kind of exchange at the moment, or some kind of implementation of a product. So Darking is unavailable, and yeah, he's actually not adminning or casting today. Tox Xavier, who admins Go by Hyperion, actually stepped up to cast. So, yeah. Aye. Darking, busy with work. But you know what? Darking is good at what he does, so it's okay. We'll have Darking on another time. Meanwhile, we are getting into game number 2. So far, pretty standard openers. Ryu was forced to take the natural base here over at the 3rd base location, so I'm sure Impact is a little bit happy about that, and he is once again going for a Stargate opener. But I have to wonder, Impact tried to go double Stargate Void Ray in game 1, didn't quite work on Glittering Ashes. Is he going to try again on Hardwire? Personally, I hope not. I hope he goes for what he does best. Go for the Oracles, mate. Go for the Stalkers. Go for what you do, and see if Ryu can respond to it. I'm happy Sentimiento is still going strong. Of course, papi, of course. 132 editions, papi, 132. So many Sentimiento Latinos. You love to see it. And there it is. We do have the Oracle first. Ryu dips in with his Overlord, confirms the Stargate, confirms that it is an Oracle being produced. So now Ryu is fully aware and he can start preparing. So this should be a triple Oracle opener. Should be. We'll see if Impact tries to deceive Ryu a little bit and tries to switch gears. It is possible for him to try and do that, but I hope he doesn't. Again, I want to see him go Oracle. I want to see him go Blink Stalkers. It's how he beat the Zerg Lord. It's how he beat Jim Rising. I'll be honest, if he wants to beat Ryu, he's going to have to do this as well. And I'm also a little bit selfish, because I want to see what Ryu's response is. Like, I want to see if he has his own take. I want to see if he knows about this style and if he has been facing it on the European ladder. Show me, papi. Show me what you got. As so far, once again, he's going for Overlord speed. Again, Ryu is known for his scouting, for seeing everything that his opponent is doing, as we do have the 2nd Oracle on the way. First one just chilling out here at the 3rd base, making sure that any kind of Ling run by gets dealt with. And now with double Oracle, it's going to be zooming across the map to deal that damage. 3rd Oracle behind this, again, just to add to that. But Impact has to be careful. He has been a little bit careless when it comes to his Oracle control in the past. He cannot afford to throw these away. And behind this is what we expect. Twilight Council, Forge for +1, Twilight Council for Blink. He's going for it. Meanwhile, he dips on in. He's going to focus down. No! Oh, he focuses down 3 of those drones, almost loses an Oracle, gets away with 1 HP. 1 HP. Ay. This is what I was talking about. Like, mate, like, Impact is so tenacious with his Oracles, and it's scary. Scary for me, I mean. Like, mate, take care of them, papi. Take care of them. Meanwhile, Ryu dipped in again with Overlord Speed, and he did confirm the Twilight Council and the Forge story that was being produced, so he's fully aware of the transition into Ground Toss. Meanwhile, the Oracles are just sharking around trying to find another way in. So far, haven't been able to do too much. Only 3 drone kills. Meanwhile, we do have that safety Roach Warren for Ryu. It's what we expect. We do see Roach Speed. I'm really curious about this Evo Chamber. So there's, I don't think there's a consensus yet, but there are some Zerg players that go for +1 melee against this. There are others who go +1 range, and it looks like Ryu wants to go for the range instead. Okay. The purpose of melee is because you rely a lot on Lings. Like, Blink Stalkers aren't ideal against Lings, so you kind of want them to be dealing the damage. Meanwhile, ooh, a Queen goes down, but at the cost of an Oracle. Was that worth it for impact? I don't know. Meanwhile, Overseer gets morphed in, so Ryu is just going to get a full-up scout. He's going to see the gateway explosion at the 3rd base. We can see there's a reason why Ryu went for +1 range. He is going for Hydras. This is very similar to Jim Rising's response. We saw that this didn't really work. The problem with going Roach Hydra is that it takes a while to get a large enough Hydra count and to get into Lurkers to really make use of them. If you remember, Jim Rising died before that happened. He died before he got a critical mass of Hydras. But if Impact is a little bit passive, then Ryu can get away with this. We'll see, we'll see. As Ryu is getting his 4th base up and running, the Stalkers are moving out across the map to trade with the army. With Blink and with +1, these Stalkers do a lot of damage to Roaches. And again, there's no Ling buffer for this, so I'm a little bit worried here for Ryu. I'm a little bit worried about how he's going to trade. As he does force the first Blink, does force Impact back. And to respect this army, Lurker Den is on the way again. Ryu taking up very quickly here to try and get Lurkers. If he does get Lurkers, he will be able to defend, but it's all about surviving long enough to do so. Meanwhile, he does pick off 1 Blink Stalker in the end. We do see that Impact is backing off. He's taking up. He's going for +2. He's going for charge. He's going for a 4th base and going for Archons. It looks like he has accepted the fact that he won't be able to end the game with just Blink Stalkers. He's going to try and transition. And Ryu has done an amazing job at defending with what little he has. I thought that he was going to get overwhelmed. He still may. Oh, it's a Queen almost gets picked off. A couple of Biles landing here, and again with this arc, Impact is going to be able to outtrade Ryu. Ryu, don't throw it away! Don't throw it away! A lot of Roaches go down, and again, this is the danger of not having any Lings. Lings are on the way to help support the army now, finally, but after a lot of Roaches went down. Oh, and this may just be too much. We do see Impact reinforcing with even more of these Blink Stalkers. Ryu, he's keeping up in the supply, but the supply is inflated by Roaches. Hydras are coming out. Oh boy. Again, he needs Lurkers. He needs Lurkers as soon as possible. We do see Ryu trying to push this army back a little bit, but you just can't trade against Blink Stalkers, not like this. Oh my god. But Biles somehow connect with the army, and at the same time we do see Burrow. I saw it on the production tab earlier. Ryu, he defends with his Roaches and he attacks with his Roaches. He has Tunneling Claws is done, and 5 workers go down. And this isn't meant to kill his opponent. This is only meant to buy time, because you know what we just have? You know what we just made? Lurkers, papi. Lurkers are now out, and now without detection, by the way, there is no detection here, Impact cannot break the Zerg player. Oh, and the borrowed Roaches keep on coming. Ay, ay, ay. So the hard part for Ryu is it's over. You know, the hard part was surviving up until this point, and it was close. We saw how many Roaches were falling. We saw how much momentum Impact was getting, but now suddenly everything is swinging in favor of Ryu. The Roaches here at the 3rd base, getting even more damage done, forcing Impact back home, and just giving more room for Ryu to make more Lurkers, more Hydras, more of everything. Well, we have another group of sharks headed towards that third base location as well. Impact, I think he's upset. he's angry. He's mad. He's got 35 stalkers. That's a lot of stalkers. Oh, he does have oracles to reveal. Oh, he does get that revelation off on those lurkers. Is it going to be enough, though? Is it going to be enough? Oh, he misclicks. He's trying to target fire them, but we have 6 more lurkers behind that army. Oh, my God. Did he pull the plug? Who is it? No! Impact sees the lurkers. In a fit of frustration, he kicks the modem. Ah! And I think we all know how this fight is gonna go. Oh my God, that was actually the worst moment. Actually the worst moment. To lag out. As soon as he jumps on forward onto lurkers and he's losing everything. We can see the disparity in supply. It may be difficult to resume from replay if he comes back, but he is lagging out. Oh. Impact, please. But yeah, again, it's one of those things where all Ryu had to do was survive, and he survived. The lurkers are insane. We all know how this fight is going to go, but it's possible that Impact would still want to play out this scenario just in case. As a reminder to everyone, I didn't mention it, but this grand finals is not a best of 5, it is a best of 3. Best of 3. And yeah, he does time out in the end. And now we're in an awkward situation where we're gonna have to wait and see if Impact can come back. Oh boy. Okay. We are gonna be loading on in. We'll see how this concludes, how this story ends. Our players have agreed. We are loading in 5 seconds. 5 seconds before Impact crashed. And I do think that's fair, because if you remember, when he revealed that lurker and when he blinked forward to focus it down, it looked like a misclick, and that misclick could have been because of the lag, because of the latency. Because if you remember, he blinked forward and he actually didn't end up hitting the lurker. He hit like a Hydra or something, or a Ling, I think it was a Roach actually. And I do think that was influenced by ping, by lag. So to redo that scenario, I think is fair. I think it's fair. But we'll see. We are loading on in. Oof. Here we go. Meanwhile, I just noticed Vindicta started streaming. Oh boy. We're probably going to give him a raid after this, I'll be honest. Super short stream. We'll give him some love. As we are recovering, you can see here on the screen, the bar is being loaded. Oof. Let's go. If you're wondering, the players did agree to a best of 3 grand finals instead of a best of 5. The reason for that is because Ryu lives in Italy, and in Italy, it is not a great time. Quickly checking, it is 4:44 a.m. 4:44 a.m., mate. Aye. Oh. We're back. Ooh, and here we go. Would you have that reveal this time? The stalkers are still here. The lurkers do end up morphing in here. We don't see the blink on forward. We do see him trying to trade though, but again, pushing into lurkers is just not gonna happen. We're just setting up the scores. There we go. And we do see Impact instead rotating around towards the 4th base is going to be able to get the kill on that hatchery. Not bad at all. Making the worst out of a bad situation. Again, though, that's a lot of lurkers. Oh no! A couple of volleys do go off on these stalkers in the end. Quickly looking, we have 8 lurkers in total, and there is no way for Impact to fight this army. We do see him trying to rotate around once again. Could try and force a kill, and he's going for it. Oh, forces a cancel towards the bottom left. At the same time, we have roaches across the map. I did not realize how close they got to killing this Forge. Oh my god. I don't think Impact realized either. Forge almost goes down. Meanwhile, we do see Ryu has max. No, the miscontrol. Oh my god, there was a little bit of move command there by Impact, losing another round of those stalkers, and Ryu has the momentum. He is maxed out. He's like, you know what? Lurkers are usually defensive, but now they're going to be offensive. He's pushing out. He's looking to break through these rocks and hit this 3rd base. Immortals are coming out 2 at a time, and that's kind of the saving grace here for Impact, is that he was working on a transition. Ugh. But does he have enough time? Can he get another wave of them out? He actually doesn't have any. Oh my god, he doesn't have any shield batteries. Meanwhile, 2 lurkers do get sniped in the process. Oh my god, the Immortals, they're trying to come out as best they can. Queen's coming from behind. Oh, they have to be careful. They can't transfuse. And a couple more of these lurkers are getting picked up. A lot of lurkers have gone down this game. A surprising amount. But it may not even matter. Oh my god. There's still so much staying power with this army. As Ryu does back off, the Stalkers of Impact. Again, the Stalker control has been insane here. But is it even going to be enough? We have Lurker range on the way, +3 on the way as well. We are reinforcing, and Ryu even feels confident enough to drone up and saturate the bottom right-hand base. Impact, though, has survived. He does have now still only 2 Immortals, though. We need more. We need so much more. He was able to push away the first wave, but the second is still here. Oh god, he's diving on in. We have plenty of detection this time. Observers have been built. Unfortunately, observers instead of Immortals. Oh my god, and he blinks on top of the lurkers. Not like this. Every single stalker goes down. The most ambitious blink we've ever seen. GG, well played gets called. And Ryu will take the game the series 2-0, and he is our Sentimiento Latino 132 champion. GG. It wasn't quite in the same fashion as it would have been in our first reality, in our first iteration of that game, but in the second one, Ryu was still able to come out on top. Despite us having so much detection there, we had 4 observers, by the way. That was a questionable blink forward. Like, MasTeR was doing so well, like dancing between the army, picking off a lurker here and there whenever he could, but he just YOLO blinked forward. That was like a patience blink. Oh, ay. And with that, his entire army evaporated. GG, well played. Congratulations to Ryu, as he is once again our Sentimiento Latino champion. I say once again because if I'm not mistaken, I believe he was our champion last week as well. Yes, he was. So back-to-back championships here for Ryu. You love to see it. Congratulations. And I was also really excited to see this game, to see him play against these Blink Stalkers, this Blink Stalker style that a lot of Zerg players have been struggling against, to be honest. And he had his own unique take. Very light when it comes to Lings, very Roach Ravager heavy. He gets Burrow out, again, to buy time to harass his opponent, to get a little bit of breathing room, to tech up, get into Hydras, get into Lurkers, get into a Hive as well. And once you get your Lurkers out, specifically this style, delay splash damage. It takes a long time to get Colossus, Disruptors, or Storm. So because of that, when if you rush out Lurkers in that way, there's no real answer to them, you know? You can micro your heart out with Blink Stalkers. You can spread and split to your heart's content, but it's still difficult to break that Lurker line. So you have to take up, you have to back off, and that's just not really the point of that style of Protoss. So GG. GG, well played to our boys. Congratulations, Ryu, one of my favorite sons. My boy is gonna be taking that win, and now he can go to bed. Now he can just turn off the PC, go to bed, and have a good weekend. He can eat tonight. And I hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast as well. Again, I apologize for some of the latency issues that we had, especially in the grand finals. Unfortunately, we Impact even had some latency issues against Paco Mike, if you remember as well. There were moments where we had to pause and there was some lag spikes. So yeah, it is a bit of a shame that did happen. But we did see that at least we were able to remake, and I don't believe that latency played a part in the way that last game played out. So at least we were able to kind of avoid that. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves tonight. Again, a great night of Latin American StarCraft. If you want to tune into more StarCraft, our next broadcast, I believe, is going to be tomorrow. It is going to be ESL Open Cup Asia, if I'm not mistaken. I tentatively, that's going to be what we're casting. I know that Yaku is busy this weekend, and usually I cast ESL Asia with Yaku, but if he is unwell, if he's busy with assignments, then we may have a day off tomorrow. We'll see. Undecided. If we do have a cast tomorrow, it is going to be ESL Open Cup Asia, though. We are going to cast that Korean StarCraft, and yeah, it's always a great time. With that, again, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. If you want to tune in to more of the CranKy Ducklings, then !socials in the chat. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have plenty of social media out there, and we post whenever we go live. Likewise, you can follow myself at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I stream throughout the week. I may stream later today. I'm probably gonna get some breakfast first, though. I'm actually, I'm actually a little bit hungry and a little bit tired as well. I didn't sleep too well, so we'll see if I stream. You can follow me there if you're interested. If you only want CranKy Duckling cast, then just follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. All of our VODs are uploaded to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, every day on a daily basis. So check us out there if you want. And thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Lord Loken for gifting some subs earlier. Thank you so much to Yoda for dropping by as well. I see in the chat, if he had 5 more observers, he would have won. Cap. I do think that impacted the game as well, because he made 4 observers. If he had made like 2 and continued Immortal production, maybe he holds. It would have been different. He probably wouldn't have held. Like, he was still behind, but he would have had a better chance. Regardless, GG, well played, and yeah, we'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Until then, ciao.